We wish you a Merry Christmas. Listen, bro, now I'm not going to do that right now. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to GmiasWorld. I'm going to tell you this right now. Before I get into this video, I'm going to need you guys to like it right now because I'm going to go on a Madden rant right now. Now, pretty much what happened is this, right, guys? We all gambled on gifts, okay? Everybody thought we would get something reasonable, something along the lines of, okay, maybe we get, somebody that we really care about, like somebody that we would be able to say, okay, this is a great player. This is something that, could be an addition to our team that we could possibly have fun with. And then, it would be worth it for us to be spending the snow because the snow currency has really caused the market to go upside down. So we're thinking like, EA is going to do the right thing by us. I stood by them in the beginning about, waiting it out because it's a full month promo. But this particular part about it, this day of the gifts is a total outrageous joke. Okay. Now, the large gift is Andy Dalton. Okay, and for those of you guys that were watching my stream earlier, this really aggravated me that it showed me that it was Andy Dalton before I could actually open it. These presents right here have to be the worst. Like, this is literally the worst present you can ever get. Like, the Bengals don't want Andy Dalton, but EA is giving it to us as a gift. Who wants a present like this? You ever remember, like, growing up, the only thing you never really wanted but you had to smile about was like typically gifts from your grandparents because they would just give you the stupidest things. Like pretty much they'll give you like a pencil for school. And you're like, yo, what? I don't want to learn. Like, but again, they were only looking out for your best interests. This is a gift you don't want and you don't care if you never, you know what I'm saying? Like if it never happened to be on your team, you would not care about it. Like this is a very disgusting gift. And then in addition to that, we have the out of position gold player pack or whatever like that. And we're going to go through all that stuff. Also yesterday, like I told you guys, the IronMen, pretty much Deion Sanders and, Calvin Johnson, those dudes, they're 90 overalls, but they do get physical chem slots. But like I told you guys yesterday, one of my biggest fears about it was the fact that Deion Sanders would not get the deep route chemistry. Also, he's 6 foot, so I can't really moss with him, but he does go up to 98 speed with the chem. Now, remember this, though. You can get that extra +1 speed by using the same chem. Like if you have 25 of the same players, Deion Sanders played for several teams. Whatever your team thing is, you could possibly get him to a 99 speed if you wanted to. All right. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna open up these other packs and then we're gonna take a look at the actual out of position master sets with the Deion Sanders and the Calvin Johnson, and we're gonna talk about that. Is it really worth it? Like what are we trying to accomplish with it? What do you think is the best move? Now, we just got the Anthony Barr, and I recently told you guys about his price being low and everything, going along those lines. What do I really think about it? What's really happening? And is it really worth it to get Anthony Barr? I have no complaints thus far regarding Anthony Barr. Like, it's nothing that I can say negative about him. He actually does everything he's supposed to do. But again, I'm going to have to figure out what makes the most sense for me. In the position that I'm in right now, I have to look at what I just got, look at their values, and see if it's worth it for me to do anything with it. Now, he's 89 overall. He's going to give you 640 snow. All right, so that'll put us over 1,200 or whatever like that. These guys are just trash cans, but they go in the set as well. But before we get into all of that about, going to the sets and everything like that, I do want to point out that EA Sports, they did put out more solos. So you can do all of these solos, you know what I'm saying, for 275 snow. Like this is really, really underwhelming to me. I've already done all the 1,500. You know what I'm saying? So the one thing that's good about it, though, is that they're giving you the opportunity to be able to see what's going on. But, this doesn't make any sense what's going on. You're giving me a Miles Icicle Jack. What happened to Michael Vick at running back? I know we just got a Lamar Jackson, but Michael Vick was the GOAT. Like, what is this? None of this makes any sense. So you can look at all of the cards that are there. And ultimately, these two, if you wanted to, because like for me, I don't even want to use Deion Sanders right now because he doesn't have the deep chemistry that I was talking to you guys about. So he can't get the deep crossing routes. So ultimately, he's useless to me because this is not like previous Maddens where you could burn somebody deep. You literally can't run past the zone. Like, they'll just wiggle around and stay with you. And I don't think that EA really realizes how much that hurts the game. It makes it really, really bad to play it. And it's very frustrating. And it's annoying because it's something that I believe they could adjust. The same way they adjust the sliders to do whatever, they can adjust it so that it's realistic and that a guy is not just standing in place because he's like trying to figure out what to do with a cloud flat. It's very, very annoying. But that's been going on for 4 years. It's probably going to be going on next year, and we're just going to deal with it. And it is what it is. Like, we can talk, we can do whatever. They can patch the game. But for some reason, just like that movie Life with Eddie Murphy and Martin Lawrence, they can't get right, bro. Like, it just can't get right. So look, out of all of this list, I am probably going to get the Calvin Johnson. All right? I think that Calvin Johnson, but what's going to happen is, let me just point this out as well. When we do get the Calvin Johnson, we're going to have to run nickel all game. Because realistically speaking, it doesn't really matter any other way. Because like when you look at it, all these other cards are just straight garbage. So their overalls are sucky. Nothing makes sense. You know, you got a punter and Big Ben Roethlisberger. I don't even really want to play those solos. And that's like kind of crazy coming from me because like, I try to get everything done and I promote it. If you guys are still not done with getting all of your, your free coins from playing the 1500 solos, definitely go ahead and do that. I do also want to point out with this MUT Squads event that I am going to be doing this before the 21st, and I am going to be taking advantage of getting my 20 trophies and all that stuff like that. I will take advantage of that because that will help me to complete my John Madden's extra slot for Series 4. So I will be doing that. You're going to have to play a certain amount of games against the CPU. I guess they're just testing it out to see exactly, what they can do. The wide receiver, Richard Sherman, he might be able to do stuff it just used to be a lot more fun in the previous Maddens, bro. Like, you could probably do something with him in the red zone. He's 6'3", but I don't really like it. I think that it's an absolute joke. And I'm going to show you the store, then we're going to go over to the sets. But this stuff is just, it's really just unacceptable. And I think that they know it's unacceptable, which is why they put the bundle out for $20. Because they're like, yo, we know it's trash. Go ahead and see what's right. You know what I'm saying? Do what's right. Do whatever you got to do here. All right, but look, I want to point this out. You can use your snow to get an 85 to 87 overall player, but realistically, I would just outright buy the card. I wouldn't even do the set because the last that I checked, it was very, very cheap. So we could actually go ahead. Like I said, I don't care about the Deion Sanders, but we are going to go for the Calvin. I think if he's still at like 170, we'll grab him. Yeah, okay, so he's still at 170. We'll snatch him up for 170. It is what it is. We'll just grab him for that. And then we'll put him in that free safety and we'll, chem him up a little bit and then have him out there doing whatever. He does still have a 93 zone, so you could literally put him out there and see what happens because, yeah, he's a safety with that height. You would think that EA would allow him, to make a play if you do put him in coverage. So that kind of works for, in that regard. But overall, I don't like what they've done. I don't like that Andy Dalton is anywhere near being anything that has to do with any part of the promo. Because like I said, I don't think that even the Bengals want him. So why would they give him to us? It is what it is. But anyway, these are the two sets. All right. When you do the math for it, you're probably going to spend more. Like the last that I checked, these were going for like 40. So that's 120 or something right away. I think they were going for like 40K. So that's already 120 for the first three. I don't know if you want to go that route and do that, so I wouldn't recommend it. Okay, so it's 30. So it's 120 for the first. You see what I'm saying? So when you do the 120 for that, and then you have to go 81 to 83s, how many you need of that? That's at least 10K, right? It got to be. Yeah, so that's another 10, 10, 10. So you're at 120, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. That's 5. So that's already 50. So you're at 120 and 50. 30, 30, no, 30, 30, and 30 is 90, right? Because if they had the 30, so that's 90, and then you got 50 there. So that's 140. So you might save a little bit, because what are these goals? It's going to be a little bit under that. You should probably be able to do that. So the goals, okay, so 2,000. So, yeah, so that's about, yeah, you're going to save a little bit. It'll cost you about 150 to complete the set, so you'll save 20K. All right? I thought that for some reason these were at 40 earlier, but I guess it came down as the prices of them went down, as people have, begun to rage, because people are very, very upset about what's going on with it. So that could be a reason behind why everything is so low. Like I said, if you want the 98 speed with Deion, that's fine. Another misspoken truth that some people have been saying is that you can't have this Deion and have the Deion on defense. Yes, you can. You can have one from each side of the ball. So you can have him on your team if you want it. But again, he lacks that deep route chemistry, which everybody needs in this game, because the deep crossers, that's the glitch. Just running the deep crossers. You just come out there and just do whatever you want. You can see that my binder is still kind of full. I have to go through some things and get rid of some cards, but I will take the time out now. Let's put Calvin Johnson into the lineup, and let's see what we need to do with him, because ultimately I'm going to try to explain how I'm going to be utilizing him, so you guys can understand what the actual strategy is. All right, so we're going to take this guy out. All right, he has locked. Okay, actually, I got to power him down first. Guys, always do that in case, because what happens is if you leave that chem on him, you can't easily put him in a set. So make sure you take the chems off first, because it really frustrates me when I have to go back to my binder and then do this. It's really annoying. So just make sure that you take that stuff off of him. That way he can easily be added into a set and you don't have to worry about it. So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to put Calvin in. We're going to add lockdown to Calvin and we're going to chem him up. All right. And then, like I said, ideally, we're going to be using him as a user in nickel defense. So in that regard, that should benefit a lot of us in a lot of different ways. But we'll go ahead. Let's go ahead and just add the stuff to him real quick. Physical chemistry. What? Why is he trying? Why are you trying to make me do it? Whatever. Like what is this? Okay. He only played for Detroit. All right. So the scheme's gonna be lockdown. All right. Add that chemistry to him. Physical. Okay. So we got to put sprinter on him. All right. That's good with that. The ability. What do we want to put on him? Return, man. Yeah. Okay. We got to probably put pick 6 on him. But I don't think pick 6 works. We want to try hot hands again. I don't know what we want to put on this guy, because pick 6 don't really work. I'm gonna go with it. I'm gonna go with pick 6. We'll equip that on him. All right. So right now he goes to a 92 overall. All right. So that's what we have him at. Lockdown and everything is maxed out. So he should be all set. So we're gonna look at what he is right now with everything that he has. He should go up to like 97 zone coverage, 81 man, 94 speed, 93 excel. So the out of position Ironman, that's what he's going to be at. If you have him like that, you could, obviously add more players for the team of the Lions if you're a Lions guy, and you could put that on, make him up to a 97 speed. But I think that will work out pretty well for us in our scheme, how we're going to use him inside the nickel. All right, so we're going to have to start playing a lot more nickel defense, guys. That's pretty much what it is. And that's where we're going to go from there. I'm still waiting to try to figure out what am I going to do with the strong safety position as it continues to go on. But we have yet to see what's going to go on. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand why EA chose to do this for this promo, but Andy Dalton is a big L in my opinion. Let's see if they can rebound with the next coming days. But I think ultimately we're all going to get what we want, and that's going to be a Bo Jackson and Randy Moss. But I admit, you know what I'm saying? Like I always will. This was pretty bad. It was really, really pretty bad. Thank you guys and girls so much for watching. Let me know your opinion about it. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love.